I haven't done a flipogram Whistlinphil review of a book. I did vlogs on books in the past. How the Whistlinphil reviews work, I just talk about stuff I like, stuff I don't like. I'm not really structured like some reviewers are. But I wanted to stress that there are no spoilers. I mean, it won't, nothing that I say will spoil the story and give it away, because that's not what I'm about. Plus, I haven't finished this book yet. It's Stephen King's The Wind Through the Keyhole. Now, this is a picture of the cover of the its audio. I don't read as much as I used to. Until 12th grade, I read a lot. And then after high school, I didn't read as much. And I started doing audio books, I say book on tape, and they used to be tapes. I listen to tapes, but cassette tapes, forget about it. CDs. Okay, this is like a 10 CD collection. It's The Wind Through the Keyhole, read by the author. And I haven't gotten to the part where he reads from the sequel, The Shining, but I'll probably listen to that too. But this is what I really wanted, because it's a Dark Tower book. In his foreword, so there's no spoilers. I'm saying something that you don't know, but it's not a spoiler, because he says it in his foreword. There was such an outcry of fans when the Dark Tower finished that he went back and he wrote a couple of books. And I wouldn't be surprised actually if other stories came out eventually, because it was an awesome series. I read in high school up to through the 4th book, and then for like 5 years, I didn't touch the Dark Tower. So I wanted to pick up with the 5th book, so I went back and I reread the first 4, and then read one of the other ones, and the other 2 I listened to on tape. So I went through all like 8 or 9. I think it's 8 or 9. I don't know. But The Wind Through the Keyhole, if you're putting it on your bookshelf, would be 4.5. That's what he said, because it's kind of in between. And what this is, it's a story within a story. Because Roland's telling a story about when he was a young gunslinger, which is really funny. And then now he's telling a story within that story. So it's whoa, story within a story within a story. So yeah, Stephen King's doing stuff like that. It's really confusing. It's really a good story. It's a standalone from what I've read so far. If you haven't read the rest of the Dark Tower, don't get overwhelmed because the books are huge at the end. The last 3 are huge or whatever. And think, oh, I've got to read the entire series before I read this. No, it's a standalone. It's its own book. If you haven't read the series, it's fine. If you have read the series, read this, definitely. It takes you back into Midworld. And if you've read part of the series, I would encourage you to finish it or reread it or whatever, because I love the Dark Tower. And this is a really good companion story. Okay, what would you recommend me to do? What does something good recommend me to do? But I want to do flipgram review type things. And I want to get back to doing actual vlogs, which I haven't done in a while. But flipgram stuff, what would you have me do? Send me some advice. Is this a story you want to hear me reflect on? Do you have a picture? Send me a picture, a photograph, because I do the flipgrams, audio over them, or if you want to hear me ramble, or if, I'd love it if I had fans, like an audience, kinda. I would love that. I don't have it yet, but someday.